Well, hello and welcome to my channel. If you are new here, my name is America and I am a homeschooling mother to three. My children's ages are 5, 7, and 9. And today I'm going to be sharing with you what I got my kids for Christmas. So my approach to purchasing Christmas presents for my kids is being intentional and thoughtful, but not always necessarily minimal. So I know there's a lot of videos here on YouTube of like 3 and 4 presents. We do a little bit more than that, but we don't go like over the top buying everything that we see for them. So I try to keep their gifts to about 6 or 7 per child, and I like to be really thoughtful and intentional and cater their gifts toward their interests and what I think that they will like and some of the things that they've asked for as well. So as Christians, we joyously celebrate the birth of our Savior, and our children are pointed daily toward the true meaning of Christmas. But we do enjoy giving gifts to our kids, me in particular. Gift giving is my love language. I love giving gifts. I love giving thoughtful gifts where the person really feels like they are known and seen and loved. And so I want to communicate that to my children, and that mom knows you. Mom knows what you like. Mom knows what you love. Mom knows what you don't like. So for me, it's a really special time of the year where I can really just express how much I know them and how much I love them and how seen they are by us as their parents. And it's just a fun time. So I really cherish these ages. I cherish their little Christmas wish lists. They're never going to be the age of 5, the age of 7, the age of 9 at Christmas again. And so I really try to lean into that without going completely over the top and just getting everything that they've asked for. So like I said, I try to keep it 6 or 7 gifts per child, and I try to keep a similar budget per each child. So with all of that said, let's get started. We are going to start with my oldest son, who is 9. So for my 9-year-old, he and I read The Hobbit this year together. We read it over the summer, and then we had a goal to finish it by his birthday in October. And then I said, when we finish it, we can watch the movie on your birthday night. And so we watched The Hobbit, the first part of the Hobbit movie, on his birthday. And we had a little knitting party together and watched The Hobbit, and it was wonderful. And he is just hooked on The Hobbit and The Lord of the Rings and all things Tolkien. So he is currently going through The Lord of the Rings now. And most of his wish list, he was like, Mom, I just want The Hobbit things. Like, I just want things about The Hobbit. So that's what I had to go off. He did circle some other items, and so I will show you what I got him now. So I'm going to start with the big gift that I got for my son, and that is this Lego Technic spaceship. This is a heavy cargo spaceship from their Technic line. This is for ages 10 and up, but he's pretty good with Lego, so I think he'll do okay. This one is so cool. It has like landing gear. It has like a little shuttle that will detach from it. It has lots of movable parts and things like that. So this is going to be really involved. I think it's going to take him quite a bit of time, but this was his one big ask. He asked for it for his birthday in October, but we weren't able to get it for him then. It's a very expensive Lego set, but I was able to get it new in the box on eBay, and I got it for a fraction of the price. So I do recommend checking eBay for new in the box items, or even just used items if you're okay with that. But with a Lego set, I would want new in the box. This is what he's going to be so excited to open on Christmas, and it's going to keep him quite occupied for several days, I hope. Now on to all of the Hobbit things. So first up, I got him this Hobbit blanket. And maybe I can put a picture of this in if you can't see it because it's big. It's a nice plush blanket. So it has pictures of all of the movie characters, and he is going to love that because he loves all of the characters. I picked this up on Amazon, and I'm going to link everything that I can in my Amazon storefront just because it's so much easier to have it all in one place, and that way you can use my link if you would like. Next up is another huge item. It is this Hobbit poster. This is a movie poster with all of the characters in it, and we're going to get it framed. I just haven't picked up a frame yet, but I'm just going to get a simple frame for it. He and his brother share a room, and they recently moved to a different bedroom in our house, and so they are decorating it, and they want a bunch of Hobbit things, and they're really into making it their own. So they are going to love having that poster. He had asked for some Hobbit items to hang on the wall, so he's already kind of got a vision for where he wants things going. So he's going to be really excited about that. Next up was another big ask for him. This was the Hobbit audiobook on CD. So our kids use CD players. We looked into Yodo players or Tony boxes a couple of years ago, and I just wasn't thrilled with all of the offerings that they had for books. I think they've come out with several more now, but I really wanted classic literature for my kids. I didn't want abridged versions, and I didn't want just little picture books or anything. I wanted like a long-term investment where they could have an audiobook CD collection. So usually for most holidays, birthdays, I will pick up a new audiobook CD for each of them. And this may go in his stocking, but this was really pricey for an audiobook CD, so it may deserve its own wrapping situation. So this was one of his big asks. He really wants this. He has been listening to it via our library app, but we can't connect that to his bedroom or anything, so he wants to be able to listen to this on his own accord. So this is the unabridged Hobbit, and it is read by Andy Serkis, who plays Gollum. So he's a very good, talented voice actor. It's not abridged. It was very expensive for an audiobook CD, and it was kind of difficult to come by. So he is going to be really excited about this. The next thing that he got, I do not have yet. I ordered this from Rainbow Resource. I ordered 2 things from Rainbow Resource that I think I'm going to wrap together. It is 2 Lord of the Rings games. One is a card game and one is more like a dice game, I think. And they're rated both for ages 8 and up, so I think he will be able to play them. And one was like $10 and one was like $13, which I was pretty surprised by because most Lord of the Rings things are pretty expensive. I could not find these on Amazon at all. The only place that I found them was at Rainbow Resource. I happened to spot them in the Rainbow Resource catalog, and they have a good selection of games and activities and things like that. So that's where I found those. Next up is this graphic novel of The Hobbit. So this is what they say thoughtfully abridged, and it is a graphic novel. So my 9-year-old can't quite read The Hobbit all on his own yet because it's a pretty challenging read. So I thought that this might be a stepping stone to when he can actually read The Hobbit by himself. So this, I'm not the biggest fan of graphic novels, but I think that for this type of read where he already knows the full story and then he's able to go through it by himself, I'm okay with him having a graphic novel of this, and I think he's going to be really excited that he can read it on his own. Last but not least for my son is this bow and arrow set. So this is a wooden bow and arrow set, and this is Hobbit related because when we watched the movie, the elves made a big impression on my son. He loved them. He loved how fierce of warriors they were. He loved how quick they were to draw the bow. And so he has a functional bow and arrow that my husband has gotten him, and he can target practice with that, but he can't necessarily play with it because it's an actual weapon and it's dangerous. So he wanted a bow and arrow that he could play with, that he could take around the yard and, shoot at trees and things like that. So this is what we ended up getting him. He actually made himself one last month with some sticks and some paracord, but he did want one with like a quiver and things like that. So this is one off of Amazon. This was really inexpensive, but it came in a great big box. So He is still young enough where he is excited to see a nice big present to open. So he is going to be excited to have a big present to open and something that he asked for. So these have the rubber tips so that, I mean, ideally he's not shooting them at people, but he does have a brother, and brothers, you know, will be brothers. So hopefully they won't be shooting at each other. That will be one of the rules. But if accidentally a stray arrow hits one of them, it does have a rubber tip. And I read on the reviews that it just kind of feels like a Nerf gun dart hitting you if that happens. So he is going to be really excited about this, and a nice sturdy quiver. And that wraps up what we got my 9-year-old for Christmas. I forgot to mention one other thing that I'm going to share in my stocking video, which will come out next, but the kids are exchanging gifts with each other. So whichever child it is that's getting the gift, the other 2 siblings will go and pick something out for that child. And so they will all each have one more present to open, but it will be from each other. And I'm not sure if we will give that to them Christmas morning or if they can do that at another time. Next up is my 7-year-old daughter's gifts. She is the biggest girly girl. She is into all things girly. If it is girly, she wants it. She loves it. But her main things that she loves are dolls and baby dolls. She has been baby doll crazy since she was about 1 year old, and the obsession, the love, the passion has not left, and she is 7 years old now. And she also loves calico critters and crafting. So that is kind of what I stuck to this year. So for her, I'm going to start with her smaller gifts first, and then I'll show the big one at the end. So first up, I'm going to wrap these 2 together for her. So this one is a Make It Real, Bringing Creativity to Life fashion design set. So this has stencils, this has different figures drawn that she can then draw on their fashion, draw on their outfits and things like that. So she is gonna love this. She loves drawing, she loves creating, and she loves clothes. So she is going to love this. I got this off of Amazon for like $5. And I think I might include some nice high quality colored pencils with this, but I am going to probably wrap these 2 together just because they are smaller things. But then the other thing is this American Girl super sticker collection. So this is, I actually got this for her birthday, which was in October, and I completely forgot about it. And I had like one of those like That's So Raven moments where I was like, where is that? And this was like weeks after her birthday, and I went and I had to go find it. It was pretty hard to find because I like to hide things from the kids and thus hide things from my future self. So this is a super sticker collection set. So it's got like just an assortment of American Girl stickers. I thrifted an American Girl DK like encyclopedia book for her, and it had like all of the American Girl dolls and like history timelines and things like that, and it had a poster inside of it, and she like cut out all of the girls from it and made American Girl paper dolls, which is just so precious. She loves paper dolls too, but no paper dolls this year. She is going to enjoy this, and it will go with a gift that you will see later. You guys, as I'm filming this, it is so late. We got back from evening church and it is a snowstorm, and I was originally planning on filming this video tomorrow when all of my kids are out of the house at co-op, but I am afraid that they're going to have a snow day and then I won't be able to film. So tonight is the night to make it happen. We are staying up late. We are just gonna get it done. There's a snowstorm happening outside. I've got my peppermint tea. It is all cozy over here, but I am trying to keep my voice down a little bit because I do have one child that likes to stay up pretty late. Next up, I got her a series of craft kits. So this first one is Learn to Sew. This is sewing supplies, step-by-step instructions, and lots of project ideas. So this has a lot of little beginner projects that she's going to enjoy. She will probably need my help to do these, but I think she's gonna really enjoy this kit. She's gonna enjoy having these little things to have. She just loves her little things, so she's gonna enjoy this quite a bit. Next up, I got her this clay charms kit. So this is by Klutz, and this is air dry clay, and then it has different molds and different patterns and a book with ideas and inspiration and clay shaping tools and glaze, and then little, like this is a charm bracelet and charm loops and things like that. So I got this at Rainbow Resource, but this is also on Amazon or at Joann's. But I think she's gonna have a lot of fun with this. And then the last craft kit I got her is this mini bake shop. So this is a book and activity kit. This is also by Klutz, but this is a bunch of cute little like baked goods that you can make from clay. So it's got all the tools in there. It's got ideas in the book, rollers, things like that. She is going to love this. She loves playing with Play-Doh still, but she has a ton of it. So I thought that this air dry clay kit would be just a little something different and something that she can kind of make and keep, and maybe she will keep these as like doll food or something like that. Next up, I got her these little mini boots, these like fuzzy boots. She loves a fuzzy boot. The girl loves a fuzzy boot. She loves a pink shoe. She goes to dance class, and so she needs boots that she can kind of slip in and out of easily in gymnastics class. But I also wanted a boot that is cute enough to wear to church or wherever we may be going. So these kind of fit the bill. I would not mind her wearing these to church throughout the winter. So I got these at Kohl's, and I got these, oh man, for like $11 or something during the Black Friday sales. So this is what she is getting for one of her gifts. Her next items I don't have yet because I had already purchased something else, and then my husband and I talked about it and we switched to something else. We're going a different route. So I need to return that other item, but I ordered what is coming in the mail and hopefully it will be here soon. I ordered it from Kohl's, but I got her a calico critter house. I'll put a picture here, just a little house, because she already has a house and some other home-like things for her calico critters. But what she likes to do is set up like a neighborhood for her calico critters. So she'll set up like a whole street of houses, and she does this pretty frequently. Like this is a multiple times a week occurrence. She loves her calico critters, and the friends and neighbors that we have that come over also love her calico critters. So I don't mind adding to a category of toys that she already has. We got her the house and then a new family to go with it. I think it's a little lamb, like a little sheep family. They're so cute. And then also the Marshmallow Mouse family. And in her stocking, she will have some little tiny Marshmallow Mouse babies in her stocking. And then also the Calico Critter kitchen set, because she does not have any kitchen appliances for her critter houses, and she's expressed how she needs a kitchen for them. So that is her gift that we've shifted over to, that will be in the mail soon. And her big gift is this American Girl Samantha doll. She is going to lose her mind. She has just discovered this past year the specialness of the historical American Girl dolls. The quality of American Girl dolls just cannot be beat, and also the specialness, the heirloom quality of the toys. And also I love that they come with books and have stories tied to them. And so along with Samantha, we have, so Samantha came with this book, which is The Gift, but I also wanted her to have the original kind of Meet Samantha book. So I purchased this one off of eBay. This is book 1, and hopefully over the years, she can get all of these other Samantha books as well. But she has always been drawn to the Samantha dolls. She circled Samantha specifically in several of the catalogs that we had, but she's just so beautiful, so special. She loves her dress, and she's going to be really excited to open this on Christmas morning, and this is her big gift. Now onto my son, who is 5. So his big ask is a bow and arrow set. So he is going to be thrilled to have one, just like his big brother. I ordered them in slightly different colors so they would know whose is whose but I can't tell, so we will probably have to end up marking them. We'll have to mark their arrows so they don't fight over their arrows, but the quivers do have different straps on them. So he got this bow and arrow quiver set with the rubber tip bow, or with the rubber tip arrows. And I don't believe he's had any other bow except like a Nerf bow. So he's gonna be really excited about this. I can just picture them running around our yard, shooting at trees, hopefully, and not each other, and really enjoying this. Next up, he asked for a dragon costume. So I found this really cool dragon costume on Rainbow Resource. And this is like really high quality. I don't know if you can see like the details. Like it's not like a cheap plastic. This is a foam that's going to be a lot more comfortable. And just it's very detailed. So I think he's really going to enjoy this. And the cape is, it says, Legendary Dragon Soft Wings. This is by the brand Freight Pretenders. And it has a tail and like scalloped wings and maybe a hood. I'm not sure. These did not come together. I think I bought these separately, but they were really affordable. Yeah, this one comes with the mask itself, but I'm sure he'll use this one instead. But this one comes with a tail, and I think it has finger loops too, so that the wings go with the fingers. So this was on Rainbow Resource. This is going to be a great little dress-up item for him and something that he asked for. I always love buying dress-up stuff for the kids, and it was kind of sad my daughter didn't ask for any dress-ups this year. Next up, to stick with the dragon theme, we might as well look at this guy. This is, he asked for a dragon stuffy with babies, and I was like, okay buddy, I'm sure they don't make one with babies. And I looked on Amazon, and of course they do. So this stuffed animal is really high quality. This is just off of Amazon, but I love like the wings and how they're arched out, and he's nice and soft and plush. The babies, on the other hand, are not as high quality, but I don't think it will matter as much to him. So these kind of just have like felt wings. Their bodies are still soft and stuff, but they just kind of like they've crumpled up a little bit. But I think I'm going to keep it because he's really going to enjoy this whole toy. He's going to love this. His sister has a dog that zips up and has 4 babies in her belly, and that has been a favorite. That's a great gift idea for little girls. So he kind of wanted something similar to that. I really can't believe that I found it, but he is going to love this. His Lego set is this Ninjago Lego. This is for ages 7 and up, so I think it's going to be a little bit hard for him. He's only 5, but his brother can help him, or his dad can help him. I am so struggling with Legos. I really have a hard time like processing the instructions. I don't know why. They just do not make sense to me, and I really struggle with Legos. So I won't be of much help, but his dad or his brother can help him, and he won't be as much. I mean, he loves building Legos, but he's going to be more excited for the finished product. He will want to play with this vehicle. So he and his brother both love Ninjago. He especially loves the minifigures. So this one I think comes with 4 minifigures. Maybe I'm wrong. He's gonna love opening a Ninjago thing because so far it's just been his big brother getting all the Ninjago. The next 3 things I was kind of inspired and led to purchase for a couple of different reasons. So I had picked up some vintage G.I. Joe dolls for my 5-year-old back in the summer, and he loves those. He plays with those all the time. So I was going into Christmas thinking, okay, I will get some accessories to go with the vintage G.I. Joes. They're like 12-inch dolls, and or they're 12-inch, not dolls, action figures, excuse me. And I was thinking I could get some accessories for them. Because they are vintage, they do not make them anymore, and any accessory is like way expensive. And so I was hoping to get a vehicle for the G.I. Joes and just some other accessories, but the vehicles alone were like 60-70 bucks on eBay, and I didn't know if they were metal or plastic. If they were metal and like a heavy duty vintage vehicle, then I wouldn't really have a problem spending that much on a big gift for a child, but I really didn't know if they were plastic or metal or if they were meant to be played with or just more display. And so I didn't want to like blow his whole budget on something that ended up not working out for him. So knowing that he loved the G.I. Joe action figures, I kind of went that route with the next couple of gifts. I looked hard for like quality G.I. Joe type things, and I landed on this US Army set of fully articulated figures that have a lot of accessories. I know this might look a little violent or something for some people, but he usually uses his action figures to like fight dragons or fight his toy dinosaurs or things like that. Like, I know that he loves these 4-inch figures because he's gotten some Jurassic World items with like the little figures and the vehicles and stuff like that, and he loves those. And I wish they just made more of those figures, but these are kind of the same idea. This first set is just the 4 action figures, and then it has multiple accessories, and it's very important for him that like the weapons fit in the hands of the guys. Like, they have to be able to hold the weapons. Nothing else will really do. So these ones, that's what all the reviews said, that's what the box says, is that like they can hold the weapons. And so that will be really important to him. So the second set is this US Army Patrol Vehicle. So another officially licensed US Army toy. This is like a really high quality looking vehicle. It looks like really sturdy, strong plastic. It comes with 2 guys and some, I think some weapons in there as well. And I think he's gonna be really excited about this. He's gonna really love the vehicle. And then last up for him is this US Army Chopper, another officially licensed product. It's got 2 guys here and the helicopter, and I believe they can go in the helicopter, which is just so important for a 5-year-old. Like, the guy must go in the thing, right? A lot of the sets that I looked at, like, it would have a big, huge helicopter, and then the guys could go in the cargo pit, cargo hold, I don't know. But they couldn't actually go in to fly the plane, which is just a key element for a 5-year-old. So this one also comes with some accessories and things like that, and then the 2 fully articulated guys. So that wraps up what I got my 5-year-old for Christmas. I know that he is going to love those. He just loves little action figures. He calls them his guys. He is such an imaginative player. All of my kids have amazing imaginations. When they were little, I really leaned into all of the open-ended wooden toys. You know, we survived on wooden blocks and magnetiles, and those things still get used and still get played with. But now that we are years down the road and they have that foundation of imaginative play and open-ended play, I can get them more niche gifts because they have that foundation. So I can get them more niche gifts and their imagination just go crazy. Those are all of the individual gifts for my kids, and I also have just a couple of group gifts for them. So their first group gift I was not planning on buying, but my husband and I were on a date night at Barnes & Noble, and I found this in their like kind of clearance section, and it was such a great deal, and I think it's going to be really useful and enjoyable for all of us. This is a day and night globe. So this is an acrylic illuminated globe with physical and political earth map and a night sky map. So with the light on, you can see all the constellations and things like that, and then with the light off, it's just kind of like a regular globe. And it is an electric lamp. So this was only $20. They really love like we have a tiny little globe for homeschool, so they're going to be pretty excited to have a big one, and they're going to be really excited that it has like the constellations, because we've been doing some stargazing for school this summer and this year. So yeah, I picked this up at Barnes & Noble. And then the next thing that I'm going to gift all of them is a big box of art supplies, but not just your standard art supplies. I love including things like masking tape. My kids go crazy for masking tape, and also regular tape. My mom got my kids a like weighted tape dispenser last year for Christmas and a 15-pack, I think, of tape. And that, I kid you not, was their most used Christmas present from last year. That is something I highly recommend as a Christmas gift, is a tape dispenser for your kids with an unlimited amount of tape. And so I'm going to get some refill packs for their tape dispenser. They really love coloring with like Crayola pastels, and they also have recently got into perler beads. Especially my two younger ones have just gone perler bead crazy. If you watched my Christmas homeschool video, I shared some of the craft kits that I picked up at Target, and one of them was a perler bead kit, and they just went nuts for it and they love it. And my daughter just goes on and on about how good it is to just be doing her perler bead crafts. So I got them, they're already pretty much out of beads from that craft kit, so I got them a big tub with a lot of different templates, I think they would be called, and different ideas for them in there. So that is going to be part of that gift. And I think that is everything. So like I said, I'm going to be coming out with a what is in my kids' stocking video soon, and that will also include the gifts that they are doing for their sibling gift exchange. I am so grateful to be able to give our kids this fun, bountiful Christmas, and ultimately to be able to point them through Christ in this season, to be able to show them my mother's thinking love, that I know them and I know their wants and desires, and if I know them, then how much more does their Heavenly Father know them? So with that, I am going to end the video. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoy homeschooling content, motherhood, a little bit of homemaking, then please subscribe to my channel. And if you are one of my regular viewers, I will see you in the next one. Thank you so much for watching.